Yeah.
It's nice to chat with you after a couple of years, and of course, let me briefly introduce you to the guys who might be watching. Sai is one of the co-founders of our University of Illinois Springfield
Illinois Springfield. Yeah.
Cricket Club back in 2016, was it?
Yes, 2016. I started playing for UIS. Yes.
And you guys came down to nationals in 2017.
Yeah, we came down. We came down to nationals in 2016 also. That time I was basically the highest run getter for my university. Then 2017 we came down to Detroit. There also I was the highest run getter for my university. Then again, 2017 we participated in nationals. That was the actual turnaround for our university that time.
Good. And you guys got a really positive reception from your university.
Yes. Because the location where our university is located, so there, because of the geographical condition and the weather, it's not possible to play cricket on daily basis. So we used to manage somehow having an indoor sessions and outdoor sessions both because of the snow rainfall. It was never on the moderate side or on the lighter side. So yeah, we got a good reception from our university because we had most of our players in top 50 that time in university at 2017. The major reason behind it was Siddharth Modali also, who played a major role in developing the club.
Yeah, Siddharth was amazing, and he also contributed greatly to American cricket later on. Now, 2017, of course, was the year Shiv Chandra Paul came, so you guys got to meet him.
Yes. We had personally, I had a brief discussion with him on that note because it was indeed a great opportunity to learn more about the game, to understand the mindset of the great players because he's one of the legends of the game at this point of time. Possibly, if he might not have been dragged into the retirement, he would have been the highest run getter for West Indies at that point of time. And it was really a pleasure to understand more insights about how the legend think about the game. It's not about winning or losing, or it's not about playing all the time. It's about the process, how you enjoy the process of being on field, just doing best what you feel. So yeah.
And of course, he's a very humble person, so it must have been just awesome to be able to communicate one-on-one with him.
It's anything with international experience, understanding the mindsets, because we play cricket at a different level, like club levels, domestic levels, as well as state levels. So we get discouraged by people around who always talk about the age factors or they talk about the performances, and they have gone through all of those stuff. At the age of 40, he's still playing the domestic circuits around the world and still performing to the highest level, keeping the fitness in mind. So yeah, so that's what, like, understanding from the horse's mouth itself, like from the legend's mouth. So it was a great opportunity and experience basically from an individual front.
And of course, that year, 2017, back in 2016 regionals, we had started working with Sony.
Yeah.
So Sony broadcast that 2017 nationals. So you were able to see that level of work by the major cricket broadcaster in the world. How was that for you?
Nationals have always been a favorite competition to participate, basically. First of all, the location of the tournament where it happens, like Florida, in near to Miami and all that stuff. Keeping that thing in mind, the tournament always has that excitement. First of all, to perform well among the universities across United States. And the biggest, the icing on the cream is playing at the stadium. The stadium is what I feel is at a different level altogether. when India and West Indies played over there. So I was like, okay, this is the stadium that we used before the international players were using it and played on it. So yeah, that was indeed a great experience. Sony participating it, promoting it, because cricket in United States at that time was growing. Currently, it's at a different level, but that time it was growing. So I feel so Sony played a major role in that, in getting or promoting cricket within the United States. And your efforts in promoting your cricket has been tremendous, whether it's Detroit or whether it's Nationals, Florida. Then you coming up with different ways of promoting on the Instagram, and as well as you promoting the intercollegiate, inter-university tournaments, home and away concept that we had started. So we had done that also in University of Illinois Springfield, where we played around with 2 universities, including 3 universities, and that was a success in itself.
And now, of course, I enjoyed coming to Detroit and started doing the Midwest Regionals there, summer of 2014 or so on. But you know, sometimes we got rain affected, so that was the major issue with that area. Now, you, though, of course, graduated, and you played some whilst you were in Michigan. You played for a bit there, but then I found out today that you had moved back to India and were even stronger in your cricket career. So tell us about that whole process. What made you move back, and how you're playing right now, for who, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the process with cricket had already started like from the age of 8 or 9. So it's been a long journey. It's just the matter of time that not to give up certain things in life, which is very important or close to you, and follow or chase your dreams. That's the major point that I keep in my mind. Like no matter what your age is, no matter what your fitness is, you will always have that game within you if you are playing, giving 100%. So after university completion of my master's, I moved to New Jersey, and New Jersey is the hub of cricket in the United States of America right now. New Jersey, New York, major of the tournaments have been played. So there in 2019, before I was leaving, I had a good season over there in the division, where I was second highest run getter over there in 40 overs tournament. Like I scored around 614 runs and having around 26 wickets in the complete league games. So that was the best season that I had in New Jersey. Moving there from India due to family constraints, I just felt like coming back to India and following my passion. Cricket has always been my passion. There's no doubt. Like my family, my friends, each and every individual knows that cricket has always been the final goal of my career. Whenever I reach, cricket would be around me, circulating my blood, basically. So right now I'm in Hyderabad, in the southern part of India, and I'm playing for different clubs. I'm playing as a freelancer also over here as a club cricketer. And the season so far is going good. Like it's been 8 months due to COVID. It has been on and off of the season. Been a bit difficult also because of the COVID restrictions and all of those things. But it's been a very good season so far. Like I've played around 40 odd matches, scored around 1,000 plus runs, and taken around 60 wickets. So the season has been pretty good so far in India also. So that's the major goal. Like I'm just trying to put more efforts so that I'm able to take my game to another level, to reach to a particular level where I can explore more opportunities.
Well, you and many of our players, for instance, the current captain of the United States is Saurabh Netravalkar, one of American college cricket former players. He has his masters. You have your masters. And it's a perfect example of the route I really wanted to lay out for cricket back when I started American college cricket, whereby you get your education, you're able to play a competitive level in college, but then once you're done, if you want to pursue your cricket more, like you were doing, like Saurabh is doing, you have your degree. So you'll never be at a loss really in terms of jobs or where you will be in life, no matter how long or how short your cricket career is.
Cricket career is, yes, that's indeed true. I was just giving this example few weeks back to my family also. Like when I was a kid, I have to buy certain cricket equipments or cricket gears. So that time I had to be dependent on my family. But at this point of time in my career, if I have to follow my passion, I have to earn. And for earning, education has played a major role. So for me, if I have to play or follow my passion or to get a cricket bat, which doesn't cost less than a good bat doesn't cost you less than 10,000 rupees. So if I have to purchase that bat, I have to earn that much enough. So it's like every month, with my current role in the IT organization, every month I have a fixed amount that I keep separated for the cricket. And that helps me going basically, because it's not just having gears. You need physio sessions also to be done. If you have injuries, you have to have your insurance taken care of. Then you need to have various gears which are very specific, and I'm very fussy about my gears. I don't allow anybody to touch those gears. So I need the best quality gears so that I'm comfortable when I play. So to follow all those things, you have to have the education. Once you have that education, you earn money. Once you earn money, then there is no roadblock in between. You just follow your dreams. That's it.
And I'm glad you covered that aspect of being a cricket player. Everything else goes into it. And of course, your working is essential for that, unless you're one of the high-level cricketers who can actually earn money like in the IPL or something like that. And of course, most players are nowhere near that level. You have to work your way up that ladder. Now, and of course, I'm sure you've been keeping fit even when you have not been playing. Tell us a little bit about that.
So basically, there is a routine that I follow on day-to-day basis. We have matches on Saturdays and Sundays. So from Monday to Friday, I have split my complete week in such a way that Monday I have a rest day for my body, complete rest. It's completely recovery part, whether it's having an icing done or taking an ice bath or something like that. Then the grind starts from the Tuesday. The Tuesday first hour before my office login, the first hour is completely with respect to the fitness. The gymming, I have my own gym at my place, so I work out over there. Jogging, I have a trail in my community, so I have a jogging done every day. Then 1 hour of complete cricket sessions. It is completely addressing what mistakes I have done in my last matches. This is basically unknown for anyone across. Now, this is first time that I'm coming up with. Before the day of the match, I watch the video of the games that the opponents that I've been playing with. So I watch those videos, I understand the game plan. Similarly, I plan my practice according to the same videos that I have watched. So it's not that if you're playing a club cricket or a state level cricket or a domestic level, you have those analysis done by analysts. But if you're playing a club cricket or state level cricket, you have to give your brains into it. Nothing can happen just by saying, okay, tomorrow morning I'll be getting up, going there on the ground and play, smashing everyone out or taking every ball I would be taking a wicket. It's not going to happen. So then Saturday, Sundays, there are matches. So Tuesday to Friday, it is completely on the analysis part, the training part, and the fitness part. The training would be normal knocking of hanging balls. Like I just tie a ball in the socks and hang it over there. You might have seen on the Instagram also, where I just keep knocking 500 balls on daily basis. That's one part. Then if there is a net session with my team, so 1 hour of net session on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go through that. And the next part happens and on regular basis, it's the fitness part that comes up.
How long do you take to do the 500 balls of knocking on a string?
It almost takes me an hour. It almost takes me. It's basically an old school method of hanging a ball and playing 500 balls. But in that 500 balls, I simulate the match situation. it's very difficult to simulate the match situations in the hanging ball, but I do that. Like if a bowler is coming, if a bowler is bowling a good in swingers, then you try to get that ball in that direction where it's coming inside you. If the bowler is bowling out swingers, then you try to do that. When you want to play with soft hands to take a single, then you have to play with the soft hands. You have to have that spinner. When the spinner is bowling, then you have to have that spinner on. So I simulate those situations when I'm playing with those hanging balls. And it has helped me. Honestly speaking, Lloyd, it has helped me a great deal to keep on playing, because net sessions are also not regular over here because of the COVID situations. So this is one-on-one basic practice that an individual can do.
So let's say, for instance, you simulate that there's an in-swinger coming to you, and you play that towards the mid-wicket area, right? Now it means the ball is going to swing back, come back to you at a different angle. So you use your footwork and get to it?
No. So what happens is that when I take my stance on the hanging ball, I push the ball in such a direction that it would come on in swing. Once I play that ball, I just look at my position, my leg position, whether my front leg is not coming too across where the ball would hit the pad and there would be great chance of being leg before. Once that is done, then I plan it for the 6 different balls. Now the next ball can be an outswinger also. So I just throw that ball in such a direction that it goes outswinger.
So I see. So you're not just hitting the ball all the time.
Yeah. So back of mind, I'm not computerizing myself that, okay, not premeditating it. Okay, first ball is in swinger. I'm just keeping my mind free that the first ball, whatever it's come, I'm going to play it on its merit. So if it's coming in swinger, I'll be playing it, keeping my legs a bit outside of the leg stump and not getting too across so that the leg before chances, because that has been a big problem in my career right now. Because I come too across the stump and I play those finger plays. So leg and the umpiring standards are not that great, or we don't have DRS to save ourselves, and it's just a matter of one ball. So, yeah.
Well, it's interesting to hear how you utilize the ball on a string. But what's also funny to me is that, you know, because of COVID, being at home and not going to the gym, etc., I've been working out even more at home. I've always worked out at home, but then you want to vary it to make it interesting. So I started hanging a ball in a sock on a string. So I've been doing that not because I'm playing actively, but simply because it's good exercise. And it's also fun to simulate something.
It's the basic part of the cricket. Like when I started playing cricket in my childhood days, my coach used to tell me to hit those balls. I understood that time because with what I am doing that time. But now when I start playing those balls, I understand why he told me to do that. The reason he was just trying to that your bat should come rather than playing across or just moving your legs here and there. It should be so straight that you're playing in that beat rather than playing cross-batted shots and breaking your bats and all those things. So once I started playing those shots, once I started doing that hanging ball practice, it really has changed my batting completely, where I have like scored good amount of runs in one tournament, got best batsman and all those awards. So I have results for those basic practices that I've been doing. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, what do you bowl?
I bowl right arm medium fast.
Okay. And so basically you're playing as an all-rounder.
Yeah, I'm playing as an all-rounder. Yeah.
And what number do you generally bat, even though I know that can be flexible?
Yeah. I prefer batting number like at the opening slots. But when I started playing in US, I was batting at the opening slots, like 1 or 2. When I came back to India, I started batting on 1 down to stabilize the complete situations. But right now, the role that the team has given me is to finish off the game. So I bat lower down, like around 3 down position, where the team needs like 5 overs 55 or something. So it's time for me to go out and close the game for them.
So I was reading that bit about in that article. You played for Mumbai at Under 13, under 15, and so on?
Yeah, Mumbai under 14, under 16. I played with good star players who are currently playing for India. As
Like
long
who?
as, yeah.
Name some names.
I have played around with Rohit Sharma that time, along with like the clubs that I've played. So in that clubs, I played matches with Zaid Khan. So that was a big opportunity that time. But due to the middle class family concept, I had to focus on my career more than the cricketing part of it. Because in India, there are the population is huge and everyone is playing cricket.
It's
So
tremendous competition.
yeah. The competition is too high. You need to have that network. You need to have that communication with each and every people around, and then you close your positions. So my family thought, okay, you should first focus on your career in education, being from middle class family. But once I went into my bachelor's, that was the turnaround in my career, where with engineering, I also focused on cricket. So
Well, that's the story of, so many American college cricket players where, of course,
yes,
their parents told them you got to focus on your education.
education,
And then they came into university in the United States, either from abroad or living in the US. They found they got the opportunity to play at a competitive level because
yes,
it's exciting to play for your school. And now it opens up the avenue back to play some competitive cricket, still having your education. So it's an
yes.
awesome position to be in.
Uh, it's really awesome because this is the real fact, Lloyd. I would like to share with you. Like yesterday itself, when the Zoom cricket article came, this is not the first time that an article has been written on me. Before, like when I was in US in 2019, uh, Cricket Graph had written an article on me. Now this is Zoom Cricket who came up and wrote an article. I got a positive response from many of my friends who were there, who are my friends on Instagram. They themselves told that it's really great that you are still following your passion, because at one particular age, everybody doesn't think of following the passion of doesn't want to go through that grind of getting up early, running, doing various fitness work, or doing the daily practice sessions. But that's the fun, basically. That's the fun. Having, like, if you ask me, if I was at the age of 15, I used to get up at 5:30 a.m. to just catch a train to go for a practice, which was an hour from my place. And if you ask me the same enthusiasm, do I have the same enthusiasm to get up at 5:30 today to go for a practice? I would say I do have the same thing right now. Like, I have my practice sessions tomorrow, 6:30. I have to go to the ground, but I have in my mind, I know what I have to do tomorrow in the practice session also. The practice has the same intensity as the match has. So it's all together in the mind that you need to follow your passion rather than living a dead life. I feel so.
Well, that's awesome that you should and a great note for us to end on. And I got to say, it's been awesome catching up back with you.